Mhm.
Hello and welcome to Galactic Goddess Podcast. I'm your host, Radha Nelia, and today we have a very special guest, Maya the Shaman and Rosebud. And today is a very auspicious day because it's a new moon in Aries, and it is part of the eclipse season that we're in. Today we're experiencing an eclipse, so we thought we'd come on here and just have a little chat. And also, if you notice I'm wearing a crown, it's because the queen said I was a princess. So just having some fun with that because part of this energy is not taking yourself too seriously, having like as everything comes to a head, as we're starting to let go of so much, there's also an aspect that we have to just lighten up a little bit. So I thought I'd just have a little bit of fun and express the princess within, because I've always been adamantly against princess syndrome. And I read about it in my book, Memoirs of a Galactic Goddess. But Maya and I were actually having a conversation, right, Maya, about honoring the aspect of the princess, because the princess actually is an archetype within the divine feminine archetypes, right, Maya?
Yeah, yeah. It's a fun place to be.
Exactly. We were talking about how like the queen archetype is very challenging because you always have to make a big decisions. There's so much responsibility. And I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to connect with the queen of the Philippines, Maharlika. And such a great reminder that, you know, there is something important about the queen archetype, so important because the queen is making those big decisions. And we have, the queen archetype is an archetype as well. And the difference between the queen archetype and the princess is that the princess is a little bit lighter. She doesn't carry the weight, and the responsibility of the queen. And we all know we all have so much responsibility. So I guess what I'm trying to say is to embody the lighter archetype, whichever archetype you are. Maybe you're a male and you're the emperor. What would be a fun archetype to take on that would be sort of a contrast to that? That maybe be a joker, right? Like, so I love archetypal work, and that's part of something that I actually teach at Goddess Code Collective and Goddess Code Academy. I'm sorry, my little puppy's being a little squirmy right now. She's biting my sleeves and having a great time here. But we wanted to just hop on and connect with you all. So welcome, Maya.
Thank you. Thank you, Rhoda. Let's have fun. Especially because the Stories of the Goddess book is about to launch this weekend. And that is kind of fun for us, right?
It's definitely fun after all the hard work we've put into it.
Mhm.
Putting together a collaborative book is no easy feat, especially when it has women from all over. And so this was such a labor of love. And now we're going to play, because that is the invitation. You can't just be in this like work mode all the time. Sometimes we have to lighten up. So we're going to actually do a tea party, a Stories of the Goddess tea party, a goddess tea party on Sunday at 11:11 a.m. And you are invited. Let's see, I do have one of my favorite cups here. This is my favorite teacup, but I got another special teacup for this occasion. And the women are going to basically be reading their stories. And Mai, will you share a little bit about your participation in this book and maybe your story?
Yes. So the title of my story is called Lemurian Goddess Maria McKilling. And I requested that I will be in the very last chapter because there's a saying in Maharlika, the last is going to be the first. And because of that, I was planning to have another book in the near future called Descendants of Lemuria. So by ending this book with my last chapter, hopefully that I will be able to put together this other book in the next few years. I can't tell you when, but that is my plan.
So exciting. And that's what this energy is about. It's about endings and beginnings. And so, would you give us like an intuitive reading of this energy right now, just from the shamanic perspective? Just an intuitive reading without looking into the astrology, just what it means energetically for the collective.
It is interesting because it's overcast. I'm in Portland, Oregon right now, and it's raining, and it feels like there is that part that is gloomy, and that gloomy part, I feel, is this part of the eclipse. That part of the shadow of the or the consciousness shadow of our planet Earth that we would like to be able to balance and or move aside for a moment so that we can step in to have a real good balance between the feminine and the masculine. So the feeling that I'm getting right now is that the divine feminine is to show up, step up, and be heard. Voices be heard, even though you're not showing any parts of your picture or anything. But you can speak your truth to any person that you'd like to talk to, or to the greater audience, which is the public. And it's time to move up in a different frequency. It's so beautiful that the stories of the goddess has a subtitle, and you can explain that, Rada.
So it's the divine feminine frequency keepers. And the whole concept is that, because we carry wombs and, we have these sacred vessels and wombs inside of us, we are keepers of frequencies that are really deep within our wombs as well. And, our wombs are our temples, they're so sacred. And so, really honoring the frequency that is part of this, our sound of our universe, of our what we're here to bring, our frequency. I really believe each woman has a divine frequency that she's bringing forward. And it's so unique. That's why there's never a need for competition, because no one can compete with your frequency. And I'm talking to you, the listener, man or woman, because you have a signature frequency. I have a signature frequency. And when you're aligned into your frequency, it only expands it. So a lot of times people are afraid of their own frequencies, or they're trained to get off of them through music that is vibrating at a frequency that's disruptive, all kinds of frequency interferences. But it's up to us to go deep within ourselves, man or woman, to really, it's almost like we're digging the treasures within ourselves, our own frequencies that live within us, and they may be covered with other things, but that's the whole point of this journey, is one layer at a time, coming closer into our divine frequency so that we can be part of this harmonic universe. Every person is emanating a song from their soul while they're alive, and that's beautiful. So I encourage people to activate their frequency and to share it with others, and it's exquisite. So all these women coming together, sharing their stories, their wisdom, they talk about life and birth and death and everything in between. It is really moving and touching, and a reminder about our perfectly imperfect selves. And that's why I say, we have to be able to laugh at ourselves and be playful, because we are part of this imperfect world, but there's also a perfection in this world. And that is the same as the goddess Akalandeshwari, who I've shared about before, who is the perfect imperfect goddess, the perfect never not perfect goddess. she's the dichotomy of divine perfection and imperfection. And in a sense, right before this, I'm part of this incredible council, and I led the session. It was called, the theme was Rise. And so I invite you also to take this moment and really feel into your own heart and your own self, and really feel into the song of your own soul, because there's an invitation. There's always been an invitation, and there's always so many distractions that are part of our life, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They're always going. The news is always going. There's always things in our life. We got the animals, and there's just so much going on, right? But we need to also take a moment with ourselves and soften the distractions. And so leading this meditation with this group was so beautiful, because just in breathing, we can soften into our frequency. So I just would like to invite us all to take 3 deep breaths. Do you want to lead us in that, Maya?
Yeah, let's take a nice deep breath and just imagine this beautiful white light just hovering over us, going into our crown chakra and being absorbed by our body, our nervous system, and all our blood cells are receiving this frequency of light, and just allow that to be absorbed into our being, in our emotions, in our mind, and in our spirit. So let's take a nice deep breath. We're just going to do the first cleansing breath. Inhale and release. And then the second breath has to do with just being able to transcend the darkness or the shadow in our world. So take another nice deep breath and release. And then in the third breath, you're going to take a nice deep breath and just feel the blossoming of that white light in your entire being, just opening up your chakras, aligning to your higher self and to the divine, and just in total surrender. Let the cosmos or the infinite universe to take over and let it flow through you. Just surrender yourself, because we're going into a incredible shift. And let's bring that energy of positivity, healing, love, like unconditional love, and abundance into our lives, so that we can heal, we can project good thoughts, good energy outside of us into the world. And as we do that, we're creating a frequency of peace and abundance and harmony. And that is really, really important. So with this, I feel that our book, Stories of the Goddess, is just the perfect one to come into this manifestation, the divine feminine frequency keeper. Right, Radha?
Absolutely. I just thought it was so sweet too that we got to speak with the Queen last night, because talk about frequency keeper. She's holding a frequency that's so divine, right? It's for humanity. So we're all merging, we're all like calling each other in, all the divine feminines and also divine masculines. And we invite divine masculine to also grab the book and realize that we didn't just write it for other women, also it's for men, and for them to connect with their divine feminine, or to understand the feminine better. This is a celebration, because the feminine has been through so much, just like the masculine. And I do honor the masculine like so much when the masculine steps into that. But it's very important for the feminine to be in her frequency, because when a woman is in her frequency that's truly hers, she can be in divine harmony with that masculine aspect, however that looks take, so there is something exquisite and beautiful about really stepping into your frequency. And this book is an invitation for that. So I would love to invite you to join us on Sunday at 11:11 PST for our tea party. You can bring your favorite tea and relax and listen to some stories, and it's totally free. So we would love for you to download the book so you can read it along as the women are sharing. It's been part of my purpose and mission to bring women together for a higher purpose where they could really, they may know their frequency, but even more so. And my little puppy is just like, she's in her own frequency right now. Really activate that into the world, because we're not doing a service to anybody when we're hiding, when we're misaligned. We are doing service when we are aligned. And again, that's not about being perfect, okay? Because in this meditation, and this is a reminder again about Akalandeshwari, that it's the perfect imperfect aspects of us that make us beautiful. It's not just like this perfection all the time, because we're always changing, we're always shifting. We learn the most when we come up against obstacles, right? We learn the most when we fall down and scrape our knee, and we get up again and we rise, and we continue to rise again and again and again and again. And it builds this muscle where you become unapologetic for your own rising. So it's never about competition. It's never about somebody being better than the other, because as you know, like, we're all having our own journey, but we co-create with others as well. There's never a competition, because our soul already has a path for us, right? So how could we compete with somebody else's soul path? Because that's theirs and this is ours. And it is important to also stay in our own lanes, as far as like stay focused with the frequency within. Don't get so distracted. Like, I always do a check-in with what's going on in the world, but then I come back into my frequency, and I'm not going to let it shake me or break me. I just keep coming back again and again to this sacred space, because this is a sacred space. And when we learn to do that, we can accept the darkness that's in the world, because there is darkness. And a lot of light workers are like, no, there's no darkness, And I always kind of laugh, because the world is light and dark. It's everything. So when you deny the darkness outside, that means you're also afraid of the darkness within. We have shadows within ourselves. We have darkness within ourselves. So it's important to really get clear about that. And integration work is incredible. So Maya, would you just share a little bit of advice, or just something about the shadows that live within us, because there are?
So it's really important to recognize that we are humans, and that we also are spiritual beings. So this world is a duality. Just like what Radha said, there's dark and light, and there's all the colors as well. So for us to choose the path of lightness brings us closer actually to ascension, which is our planet Earth is going through an ascension process. And those who goes with this paradigm, with the shift of consciousness, awakening our own being so that we can see everything from a clear perspective and understanding without having to deny anything, then we're in total acceptance of who we are and what is there out in this world, because it's a big world and everybody have their own realities. But this is just to help you so that you can understand that you have a choice in bringing forth more light in your life. Really, the bottom line is that the veil is thinning, and there's a whole lot of possibilities for manifestation, and that could be good or bad. So the more we can focus on the good aspect, then we fill ourselves up with that light, and eventually manifestations will be taking place in our world. And my hope is that we're creating a positive timeline and a positive shift that is to take place, because as I've known a while back, this has been a part of a cycle, the dark and light. We are crossing a timeline of darkness into the light. So if we're aware of this, then this is a great opportunity for all of us to really be blessed and receive the gifts of this universe. It's really a wonderful time, but a lot of us seeing it from our naked eye, we see a lot of chaos all around. But this is also an opportunity for each of our spirit to really embrace our higher self. This is the time. So the eclipse that you mentioned, Radha, this is a good time to really create this affirmation, the positive intention, and the healing that we'd like to take, so that we can move through the space and time and really activate the highest and best good for each and every one of us. So thank you, Radha.
Do you want to lead us in a little meditation so we can imagine, bringing more light to this world? And before you start, I just want to show people. So these are my bracelets, but so the Vesica Pisces is it's this, right? So it's taking our like, this is our whole divine perfect aspect, right? That's always connected to source. And then this is our humanly aspect that's, got all kinds of little shadows and edgy parts and all that, the wounded parts, all the triggers. And we are going to start to merge these, right? So that it creates that Vesica Pisces. And then we're going to merge these aspects, because that creates wholeness. And again, nobody's perfect, right? Nobody on this earth is perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be allowed to even be here, because our frequency has to be a little bit, aligned to this world, which is going through huge transition. So that's not to mean that we're not striving. And that's why this, aspect is so important. The Vesica Pisces, bringing these parts together and utilizing this time to merge this so that we can be in a unified field of consciousness within ourself, accepting ourself, perfect, imperfect, all the aspects, and honoring that this humanness, this life as a human is really a trip. It's a trip. And nobody is like walking on sunshine all the time, and nobody's walking in darkness all the time. We're so many different aspects, but we want to cultivate more of that integration, right, Maya?
Yes. So with this, let's do visualization, Radha. And let's visualize that when you take a nice deep breath, and I'm going to make you just an example for this. Take a nice deep breath, and I want you to imagine in your third eye that the point of light that's coming from the universe and multiverse is coming to your third eye. And I would like you to open your palm, both of them, and catch that light in your palm. Okay, now you're going to see the planet Earth in your palm. Okay, now I want you to see that light traveling through planet Earth, encompassing, like it surrounded it, and it's going deep into planet Earth. And you're holding this space for being a conduit for healing our planet. And take another nice deep breath. And every time you take a breath, you're moving that white light coming from your third eye into the planet Earth that you're holding in your palm. And imagine that it's being filled with white light. Now we're going to take another nice deep breath, and we're going to surrender that breath back out into the universe, coming from the earth, and it's going up into the universe, into the space of the unknown, which is the cosmic space of creativity and creation. And then let's bring it back into your third eye again. Okay, so now it's going into the earth again. So there are 3 points here. The first point is in your third eye, moving into planet Earth, filling the earth with white light, and then surrendering planet Earth to the cosmos, to the universe, to the infinite universe. And then as we are surrendering that, we're asking the universe to provide us the healing, the protection, the unconditional love. Bring it back into your third eye again. And then bring it back to the Mother Earth, to the palm that holds the earth. And take a nice deep breath on that one. And just let go and release. And let's surrender again the planet Earth to the infinite universe, to the cosmos. And as you breathe in again, you're offering this beautiful earth to the universe to take care of it for us, to guide it, to protect it, and bring healing and bring the peace that's needed for us to feel safe, secure, abundant, and healthy in this planet Earth. So thank you, Radha, for allowing us to have this beautiful exercise. It's a quick one, but it's good for us to think that every day, if we can do this very small ritual, if a lot more people can do this, it will be such a blessing. The more minds, the more words, the more bodies that comes through this intention and possibility will bring a future of brightness and joy for all of us. So thank you. Yay.
Beautiful. I really believe in the power of prayer and visualization. It makes a huge difference. So just verbally tell us one more time, just in case anybody didn't get that, how to do that.
Okay, so imagine we are doing visualization here. Imagine a point of white light coming from the cosmos, from the universe, from the infinite universe. Bring it to your third eye between your brows. Yes. And inhale that white light. Now you're going to have your palms, both your palms, you're going to catch the earth. So imagine the globe, a planet Earth, in your palm. Now, you're going to send that white light to Mother Earth. And then you're going to start seeing white light encompassing the earth, going through and around and every part of it, including its auric field. Now we're going to surrender the white light and the earth back to the universe. Take a nice deep breath and surrender. Surrender it back. Let the cosmos decide for us because it's greater than us. And then take another nice deep breath and bring back that light into your third eye again. Okay, so now you see a triangle from your third eye to your palm, carrying the earth, and back into the universe, then to your third eye again. So that's a perfect triangle. And according to the mystics, this is the point of creation. It starts from a triangular realm. So this perfect triangle, the center of it is where life comes in. All the source of all that is comes through that. So this is beautiful because now we're harmonizing. This is harmonious to the physical planet Earth and the cosmic universe. That brings us in tune, in harmony, And this is important for us right now because there's a lot of things going on in our planet that are not harmonious. So by doing this, let's bring the harmony back in. So thank you. And let this be a part of your practice. Just a short intention every day will heal a lot of fragmented parts of our planet. Thank you, Radha.
Thank you. It's so beautiful. Yes, we invite you to practice this, and maybe we'll even put together some groups together where we can all visualize together. I think there's something so powerful about two or more people coming together and making those intentions, but consistency is very important. So if you can practice at least 5 minutes a day, or when you wake up or go to sleep, just make it part of your routine. It's going to be contributing so much. So I hope you're having a beautiful eclipse, whatever you're going through, or releasing or shedding, or completions that are going on in your life. May you be blessed, and bringing blessings to you, to your family, and to this whole world, because we are one big family. Thank you so much, Maya, for coming on. Thank you for tuning in. And again, you're so invited to come on Sunday at 11:11. We will be doing our goddess tea party. We'd love to have you, and it's totally free. And you can also grab a copy of the book down below. So much love and blessings to you. May it be a cosmic and beautiful day of, celebration and blessings to come.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye for now.